Welcome to our garden. The theme behind this garden is modern perennial. You'll see a lot of box spheres, also mixed with a lot of perennial plants.
And the colour we went predominantly green with some white. So this is a modern perennial garden, so a little bit of structure with some informality behind it.
The informality comes through our perennials, which is seasonal, like spring, summer, and you prune them down to absolutely nothing during winter. But we've also got the box spheres, which gives you some formality and shape to the garden as well.
Especially during winter when there's nothing flowering, you want to come out and be able to enjoy it. So around the peninsula, the garden types that we commonly ask for is minimalistic. So green with a bit of structure, but with low maintenance.
Yeah, low maintenance.
In saying that there's no maintenance garden, it does take a little bit to mature a garden and grow it to the point where the maintenance really is only an hour every couple of weeks or once a month. But I think people that struggle to maintain really should invest in a maintenance person if you're going to spend money on a garden.
Yeah, and also less is more. When it comes to plant varieties, less varieties but more of the one variety. That's a real trend at the moment.
Sticking with the same colour or one or two colours,
yep.
Green with a pop of white or yellow or red, but not this fruit salad planting where there's a lot of colours.
Yeah.
So people are after something visually pleasing that they can show off to their friends, and it becomes a sanctuary. So walking through the garden, it's pleasant to be there.
Another really important part too is drought tolerant. Drought tolerant plants are a real trend at the moment, mainly to what we went through with the drought. So the nurseries have developed a lot of good drought tolerant plants, but also the fact that they look really good as well. Because the old trend was drought tolerant plants look no good, but they do really look good now. So.
And the other thing to consider is that people are holidaying in the tropics, and when they come back they want a tropical garden. That just doesn't work in this area in Mornington. It's southern, it's cold, with a Mediterranean summer, so some of the Mediterranean plants that are really hardy and can survive a frost or cold. It's really important to make sure that you're not trying to plant something tropical. In the end, it just doesn't grow properly, it doesn't look right.
And at the end of the day, it's a fair investment as far as a landscape goes, the plants, because at the end of the day, this is what you see after all the landscaping's done, so it actually makes a landscape.
Yeah, so trend really in the Mornington area is low maintenance and coastal Mediterranean. That's what works well down here. I think an integral part of designing a garden is making sure that you leave spots for things like bird baths or water features.
Sculptural elements within the garden.
Yeah, pots,
Yep.
areas for pots.
Yep.
Creates a few areas where you can add a few more plants, a bit of colour, a bit of different colour if you like, and there are things that you can change.
One thing people get scared about is having big areas of decking, where you can dress that up with a nice feature pot, feature urns. You don't have to plant it, you just have a nice feature urn.
So another thing that we get asked a lot to do is picking gardens or raised veggie gardens, and it creates another area of interest within the garden.
Oh.
So veggie gardens, some of the different trends are actually the materials that we use.
So a lot of the people like to use timber, not a treated pine, just a hardwood timber, so no treated pine leaches into the vegetables. Also here, like we've used here, corrugated iron rounds. And the fact that they're 600 to 800 mil off the ground is great for people who don't want to be bending over all the time. And also we've got drip line irrigation, so you don't have to be always out here hand watering.
So it's all automatic.
All automatic,
Yeah.
yep.